everybody, it's Bunny. And since the last time you saw me, which was yesterday, I've developed a new hobby. Hula hooping. Yes, I'm into that now. Rubber babies, hula hooping, hoarding things. What will she think of next? This one's supposed to be like LED glowing, UV light reactive, but since there's so many lights, how could you possibly tell? Interview with A, interview with V. What timeline are you living in? Let me know down below. Anyway, let's actually get started on the real video for today. First of all, I have to say happy Thanksgiving, Swamp family. And if you're here today on Thanksgiving, thank you guys so much for spending some time with me. Of course, I am beyond incredibly grateful to have you guys in my life. I hope wherever you are, if you're celebrating or if you're not, you're happy and healthy and having a good time and surrounded by friends or family. And if not, then I'm here with you today. In the past couple of videos, I have been wearing a makeup look and I have been requested so many times and also asked what products I used to create that look. And so that is what I'm gonna be doing today, is a nice quick little makeup tutorial using Jeffree Star's new Alien palette, because that is what I have been using on my eyes for the past week or so, ever since I got it. I've pretty much been inseparable from it. Obviously, this just fits my aesthetics to a T. I love the colors. There's even a shade in here called X-Files, which has this little alien pressed into it. Overall, it's just a gorgeous palette. I have not gotten the chance to use every single shade in the palette yet. I pretty much like gravitate towards certain things and then end up doing it over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm gonna be showing that to you guys today. The first thing I always do is add a little moisture to my lips. And I don't remember what this product is called, but it is this magical skull lip balm. It's basically EOS for goth people. It's minty and wonderful. If you guys are anything like me, then in fall and winter, your face starts to get a little bit on the drier side. So lately I have been priming my face with one of my all-time favorite Makeup Forever primers. This is just called Step 1 Hydrating Primer. We have a fancy little buddy. Hello there. Okay, hydrated and ready to boogie. For my eye base, I'm gonna be using the same product that I've been using for well over a year now. If you guys have watched any of my makeup videos, then you will know I am obsessed with these items. They are the Bite Beauty multisticks. There's a color for any look that you might want to do in your life. Today we are going to be going in with probably the color that I use the most. It's a nice warm neutral and it's in the shade Blondie. Let's just take a little makeup brush, pick up some of the product. I love these new Morphe brushes, by the way. I don't know what they're called and I don't have a code with Morphe, but they're kind of like these blonde brushes. So that's predominantly what I'm going to be using today. I'm just going to go through and basically coat my entire eye up through the crease. You guys can probably see my nice barely there eyeshadow base. Now we are going to open the gorgeous Alien palette and we're going to be doing another base. Neutral for my skin tone all over base is this shade right here called Titan. Why am I saying that like that? Titan. Funky angled brush. I don't know where this came from. There's like no brand or insignia on this. Actually, it does say cut that crease. Oh my god! You guys, it says BB5. This is like a historical brush because this is from Beauty Box 5, which used to be a monthly subscription service that I would unbox. Does anybody else feel like sadly monthly subscription beauty box services are dead? Like I literally just canceled my Sephora Playbox and it was kind of a sad moment, but I feel like I really just was not that excited to receive them or unbox them anymore. And even though it was just like $10 a month, I'm like, oh, that adds up when you multiply it by 12. You guys probably can't tell that anything just happened, but it did. Next, I'm going through with another pretty neutral shade in this palette called Gravity. I'm just looking to darken up the crease just a little bit on the outer corner, just kind of making everything look a little bit deeper, then going through and kind of blending it out. I'm gonna start really like smoking stuff out in a minute. I feel like these are kind of like the boring steps. I don't know. I am going to be taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush and this gorgeous shade called Martian Soil. It's a nice mustard yellow, and I'm basically just going to be taking this and going crazy with it kind of all over like the outer portion here, kind of just making big sweeping motions up into the brows. Looks crazy now, don't worry, we'll blend it out. I feel like my makeup kind of always looks jacked up until the very moment when I'm like, okay guys, it's done. All right, looks pretty extreme Mardi Gras mask-ish right now, but don't worry, we're not done. Up next, I am going to bring a little bit of rosiness into the inner corners of my eyes. And so for that, I'm gonna go through with this Phone Home color. You guys know I like to call everything dusty rose. That's what I'm gonna describe this color as. So basically, I'm gonna be going in the inner corner and almost a little bit up into this bizarre territory known as like the inner nose bridge. I don't know what this is technically called. And also bringing this kind of into, what is this, the underbrow. This almost is kind of like a piece of bruised fruit look. Why do I want to look like a damaged pear? Not quite sure, but I did it. You guys liked it. Y'all asked me how I did it. And so now I'm showing you. So I feel like that kind of just tones down a little bit of that super electric yellow, balances sort of like neon with neutral. Next, we are going to be doing my favorite step, which is adding that gorgeous metallic pop. And so for that, we're going to be using our phalanges and this gorgeous shade, which is called UFO. And it's a beautiful green gold shade. I just pack the color in kind of where there's none of the rose, mauve rose, dusty rose color or the yellow. Kind of just work it back and forth to give it a little bit of blend. And I know that this sounds crazy because every time I do a makeup tutorial like this, people are like, what are you doing? But I swear, as you blink, it blends. So when you add these kind of like pop of metallic colors at first, often a lot of times it looks just really trash and unblended, but don't you worry. This is really just such a gorgeous color. I think I love colors like this because they remind me of peridot, which is my birthstone. Shout out to all my fellow Leos. What season are we in right now? Sagittarius? Scorpio? That is it for right now. We're gonna simmer, we're gonna blink and blend. So basically I have to do the next couple of steps, which is foundation. Then I can go back to eyes and, you know, blend, smoke it out. The first thing that I'm gonna go through and add on my face is the Radiance Mist Air Flash Primer from Dior. It's kind of pricey. It's also like a clear product. So it's basically like vitamins or wishes. You just do it every day and hope that results are happening. I love the way it feels and I love the way that my face looks after using it, but it basically looks like I'm dabbing a sponge of nothing onto my face right now. I'm also probably using 10 times more than is necessary, but kind of an extra kind of person. So makeup's gotta match the personality. My actual foundation that I'm using is also the Dior Air Flash Spray Foundation. Literally for the past couple of months, I don't think I've ever gotten more compliments on my makeup, and I've cut out about 10 steps of my makeup. All I do is use this foundation. No color corrector, no setting powder, no like cream contour. I kind of feel like I started doing it out of necessity throughout the month of October. Like I just didn't really have time to do like a full face of makeup. But it's so crazy because it's like ever since I've cut all of those steps out of my makeup, I don't think I've ever gotten more compliments in my life about just how my makeup has been looking. This foundation is definitely not cheap, but I feel like, especially if you apply it with the technique that I'm using now, which is just a couple of sprays onto a beauty blender, I feel like you can get a lot of wear out of just one can. It has wonderful buildable coverage without looking cakey. And I guess that's pretty much all I can say about that. So I just spray this on and then let it kind of settle into the skin and dry down for a couple of seconds. Back to eyes. I'm gonna go through and just basically line my lash line and my waterline using Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. I tend to like to really smoke things out, make things look a little bit messy. And so what I do next is just take an angled eyeliner brush and I go back over these pencilings that I just did and kind of just smudge and smoke them out. Now is the time when things are gonna get a little bit crazy. So basically, I'm gonna go back through with the same brushes and the same shades that I used to do the top part, and we're gonna really like smoke things out, like I said, all around the eye, like a mask. So basically, I'm going through with the kind of invisible shade as a base, which is Titan, and I'm literally just gonna go through, which this is a great cover up for dark circles, might I add. Next is Gravity, which I like to focus kind of more on the outer portion of the eye. And this looks crazy right now, but it will look a lot better once we go through and add bronzer and highlight. Wow, that looks really crazy right now. I swear. At a blending stage where you just go back and darken things up kind of as dark and as broad as you want them, and then go back through and blend them out. Going through again with the Martian Soil color, and this is the color that I have been drag through my brows. Maybe this is why I don't need any concealer or anything, because I'm just gonna paint eyeshadow all over my face like a nut. Dusty Rose Phone Home shade again, and just darkening this, and then of course bringing it down underneath the eye, kind of trying to give myself these nice eye bags here. Now it's time to kind of blend all this out, and so for that I go through with a pretty fluffy brush like this. I've already been blending a little bit. I go through with this nice lime green shade called Abduction. And this is gonna kind of just pull out a little bit more of this UFO metallic shade and just kind of give everything a little bit more of an alien glow. Kind of tie and blend everything together that is neutral and more neon. Give everything a nice green cast. Once again, that UFO shade, I take a nice little pencil brush and I just add it basically in the same place on the bottom, blending everything out before I move on to the last steps like contouring and highlighting and blush. And I also just go through with a little spoolie brush, and once I've got my brows kind of the color that I want them to be for this look, I just brush them down. I'm going to go through and do just a little bit of contouring using the Dior Backstage Contour Palette in 001 Universal. I just dab into these two shades right here. Carve out the cheekbones kind of subtly. Overall, I just basically want there to be like a nice, warm, orangey kind of cast to my entire face. Bringing some of the contour up into my hairline up here. Also underneath my chin area. Let's continue. I'm going to go in and capture some of this orange shade out of this Sephora blush palette. It's called the Spice Market. I'm just basically going back through and kind of dusting over what I just did. Like I said, it is kind of my goal to look like very warm. Now we're going to add highlight, and for that, first I'm going to be going in with the 24 karat highlighting palette from Jeffree, and I'm going to be using Liberace, which is this gold shade down here. Going through, adding quite a bit of highlight. You guys know that generally speaking, I love like extreme highlighter looks. Add a little bit of a Fenty Beauty, these are called Match Sticks. And this is in the shade Chili Mango. So it's a really bright gold orange with a really tiny Pat McGrath brush and just swirling the brush all over the product. And then I'm going in and just adding a little bit more orangey glow. I feel like you guys can see, hopefully this has a lot of golden sparkle in it. So I feel like it just pulls out like all the warm tones, adds a little bit to the gold. The next couple of steps that I did were finishing touches. I went through with Tarte's Light Camera Flashes mascara, 2 coats to my top and bottom lashes. For the icing on the cake, I went through with some boldface lashes. These lashes are definitely very bold. This is in the style Bold is Beautiful. And these are just very, very dramatic lashes. I've been wearing them for quite a while now, and I just love them. Now time for the last step, which is of course lips. This is gonna be equally as bizarre as the rest of this makeup tutorial because it's basically 2 lip liners blended out. First, I'm going through with a Kylie lip liner in the shade Libra. And the reason that I'm choosing this one is because, once again, it is a neutral shade that is very close to my natural flesh tone, because what I'm doing is kind of going through and outlining or overlining my entire lips. You guys remember that like super blotted blended lip that I feel like was kind of a trend some months ago? That is basically what I'm creating with this. I'm gonna go through and just blend it out so that there's less of a edge to it. Then I'm going to be going through and adding just a little bit of color to this lip, and for that I'm going to be using MAC's chromographic pencil in the shade Genuine Orange, stacking this lip liner just on the inside of the lips, if that makes any sense. Then I am just going to be taking that same lip brush and sort of blending, smoking out, and dragging this color into the middle. Predominantly, like, the most inside portion of my mouth is just going to be my natural lips with the lip balm that I used earlier. A little bit messy, like very blotted and worn in looking. That's it, you guys. This is our completed look. See, I told you guys in the end it wouldn't look completely insane. Unless, of course, you don't want to wear a mask of eyeshadow, and then maybe you think it looks just as crazy as it ever did. But I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. I'm gonna try and remember to list and link all of the products in the info box. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for requesting me to do a tutorial over this look. I feel like this has definitely been one of the most requested looks that I've ever been requested to do. So let me know if you guys are gonna hit up any Black Friday sales. Are y'all excited for Black Friday? Do you not care? Are you more excited for Cyborg Monday? I am going to try my best to get one of the Jeffree Star mystery boxes. I think they go on sale at 8 today on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna try and get one of the biggest ones. Let me know if you guys would like for me to unbox that on this channel. Supposedly, if you buy the biggest one, you get like palettes and all kinds of products. It just sounds like a lot of fun, and you guys know that like when the word mystery is involved, I can barely resist it. So let me know if you guys would like for me to unbox that on my channel. If I can get one, we'll see. Wish me luck. I hope you guys all have an enjoyable turkey coma, and hopefully I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm trying to get back into the swing of daily videos. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for hanging out today with me and for watching. And I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!